Welcome to my new video on protecting the backup data from ransomware attack with pure FlashBlade and Veritas NetBackup MSDP. Ransomware would be the last thing that the company executives would like to see. Nowadays, ransomware is everywhere. Some of the biggest ransomware attacks involve hospitals, logistics companies, and many others. Ransomware has become one of the top major concerns of the top executives. With ransomware growing rapidly, targeting backup software and other data protection methods, your existing data protection may not be enough. Backing up data does safeguard against common disaster scenarios such as recovering from natural or man-made disaster or accidental deletions. However, ransomware attacks can even further impact the backup data on the existing data protection infrastructure that may be built on legacy architecture. And the ransomware clock is always ticking. At Pure Storage, we share our concerns about the ransomware, and we are pleased to introduce new modern ways to mitigate the ransomware attack with FlashBlade. What is Safe Mode Snapshot in FlashBlade? Safe Mode Snapshots are designed to secure the backup data from ransomware attacks. FlashBlade Safe Mode for file system does two things. It helps automatically create snapshot for the file system from time to time, and it also prevents the user from eradicating the snapshot from the system. If there are any problems with the new data that can be caused with ransomware attack, there is a path to recovery protecting against such malicious behavior such as ransomware attacks. This is a feature on FlashBlade that will not let anyone eradicate the snapshot. That means all the backup data, metadata, and catalog data is protected with read-only mode snapshot. The intent of this demo is to showcase the implementation of FlashBlade Safe Mode Snapshot with Veritas NetBackup MSDP environment. For general practices for using FlashBlade with Veritas NetBackup, please refer to the best practices guide on FlashBlade Safe Mode Snapshot with NetBackup MSDP. This diagram illustrates the high-level solutions implementation. The supported primary application for backup can be hosted on any storage, but for faster backup and faster restore, it is required to have it hosted on all flash array like Pure Storage Flash Array. The NetBackup components are installed as a build your own server, and the MSDP is configured over NFS on FlashBlade as a storage target. This also includes configuring the metadata and catalog data over NFS to write on FlashBlade. FlashBlade is configured to take a safe mode snapshot of the file systems created. In order to create a useful and consistent safe mode snapshot of the backup copies and MSDP metadata, it is important to quiesce the NetBackup media storage server pool. These are the following components that needs to be quiesced before taking the snapshot. Suspending the schedules, suspending any SLPs that targets to MSDP storage pool, backing up the NetBackup catalog policy manually before taking the snapshot, suspending the activity on MSDP storage server, and finally performing the safe mode snapshot on the FlashBlade system. As you can see in the screen, this is the media server host where you can see this NFS share mark points are created and MSDP configuration is installed. The backup policies are targeted to use this MSDP storage server pool. And once you have the first full backup completed, you can perform the safe mode snapshot on the FlashBlade. The foremost step in quiescing the NetBackup is to disable the policy schedule that are configured to perform the backup on MSDP storage pool. Basically, this can be done by running the suspend scheduling command on the master server. The second step is to disable the service lifecycle policy that targets to the MSDP storage server. This can also be achieved via running the disable SLP command for the specific MSDP storage on the master server node. The third step is to backing up the NetBackup catalog policy, and it is important to perform a manual backup of catalog policy before taking the safe mode snapshot. One can run the NetBackup policy manually from the NetBackup admin console. The final step in quiescing is to disable the activity on the MSDP storage server, which means any sort of write operations on MSDP backup file system or MSDP metadata file system will be quiesced. And this can be achieved by running the MSDP deduplication command line utility on the NetBackup media server. Let's go ahead and perform the Safemode snapshot on the FlashBlade system. This can be achieved from the FlashBlade user interface by selecting the corresponding shared file system and creating the snapshot. To maintain the data consistency across the MSDP data, it is important to take the snapshot on all the NFS share, which corresponds to MSDP backup data and metadata and NetBackup catalog file system. Snapshot recovery. When faced with a ransomware event or other data loss event, Safemode snapshot make restoring service simple. When an attack is identified, it is critical for the authorized administrator to contact Pure Storage support right away. This is especially important if you need to recover from an older snapshot. The foremost step to perform the recovery is to stop the NetBackup components. In this case, both the MSDP media server and master server services needs to be stopped. Identify which snapshot needs to be recovered for all the file system for MSDP storage pool, MSDP metadata, and catalog file system. Pure Storage support will perform the rollback on the affected file system. In the case of MSDP data pool, there will be multiple file systems in a single MSDP storage unit. You need to roll back all of them. NetBackup catalog recovery process. During the catalog recovery process, the NetBackup services needs to be shut down. And one can generate the disaster recovery file from the recovered catalog backup image, and later can be used for disaster recovery purposes. The NetBackup master server can use this DR file to import all the images and device information, and hence you can recover the catalog information. Once you recover the NetBackup catalog recovery, you need to make sure to restart the media servers and master server services. Once the restart of the NetBackup component is completed, perform the data verification task on the recovered data. Veritas NetBackup has a procedure for the data verifications of the image. With this implementation of FlashBlade and NetBackup MSDP, you can protect your company's pivotal data and can mitigate the risk of ransomware attacks. For more detailed information on the solutions, please refer to the solution guide on FlashBlade Safe Mode and NetBackup MSDP. Thanks for watching.